can't emphasize enough how interesting it is to write a book, especially on power and leadership during a pandemic, because I do think the pandemic and the pressure and the changes that are happening at work, the fact that we've gone remote and, people don't interface with each other has really changed a lot of the conversation. Even as I interview the women, I go back to some of the women and have round two of conversations. The discussion is very different. But I'd say some of the things that are most surprising is the level of pressure women of color feel to conform in their spaces. I knew that that's really what the book is about, but to hear the stories was really fascinating, and to hear the words that they used as after we were almost given permission, and I choose that word carefully, but almost given permission to talk about racism and structural racism at work prior to last June. I think that was a very hard conversation. And so when I would meet with women or talk with women, they didn't necessarily have the words, and you can really see a marked difference in how you talk about things like structural racism after the summer. Another issue that I found really interesting is the pressure to conform is actually so much more heightened at more senior levels. So I think a lot of us go in thinking, oh, when we get to the top or as we get higher, we'll have more ability to influence outcomes, we'll have more ability to be ourselves. And what I found by talking to so many senior women, so many first women, right, the first to take their seats, was that pressure was actually more acute at the senior levels, because it was almost as if people expected you to get along. People expected you to be a certain way. So that was really fascinating.